live. There we go. Let's see if we can get that. Change this up. There we go. Make sure we got all this going the way it's supposed to go. Excellent day. All right. Well, evening, Miss Dust Bunny. How are you this afternoon or this evening? Working on a ghost. Appreciate you being here, sir. Just I planted it's a cow barn. You know what I'm saying? Like, planted a cow barn. We collected all the green beans off here, and I got to plow that. I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup now. Kind of clean this up. I got all this to my, all this that way is going to be plowed and turned into grassland. So I haven't made up my mind whether I'm going to redo this and plow this and make it into grass around the fencing, or just turn that into meadow. But we're about to plow this. And yes, I have this. This thing right here. It is a lizard, whatever. It's a thingy. Apparently it plows. We're about to find out. Because I need something that's going to be able to plow big. Big. Let's see, we'll do that. I told it to plow. I guess that works too. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Everything's fine. And I gotta go pick stone. Really? I have to go pick stone. I don't know what to think about that. Why'd you make me do that, Ghosty? I have to pick stone. You're on the next challenge. What next challenge? You already completed this? Holy crap. Like a machine, bruh. I guess I'm going to have to get a stone picker now, which means I'm going to have to get a debris crusher. Or something. Well, nice. Good job, sir. Next challenge. What's the next challenge? Are you going to tell us? Or we got to wait in suspense? I mean, I can roll this, can I? I think I can. What production? I'll have to go look. Because I did silly stuff, and I said, you know, all I'm gonna do is like cows and forestry and animals and blah blah blah. So now I gotta go see what this other production is. Okay. I'll have to have a look. What am I gonna do with stone? I think I can roll that in. Oops, missed a bit. Oopsies. I thought I told this thing that, I swear I told this thing to plow. I have to look. Hang on a sec. What's that seed bed? Well, it's not showing. It's showing a seed bed. I don't know what that. Okay. I'll figure it out eventually. For now, I just need to get rid of it. I have grass to plant. And I was going to buy that other field right there, the one that's wilted. But it's 438,000, and I had 500 and something thousand. I burnt that putting the cow barn down. Oh well, I burnt about 190,000 of it, I think it was. Yeah, 180, 190,000. Putting the cow barn down, but I'm thinking, at least I'm hoping, it will be worthwhile. And we picked up a lot of green peas off this. Yeah, it was peas that we picked up off this this field. They're currently sitting in my multi-fruit shed. Lime, fertilizer, salt, herbicide, seed. Okay. It's a lot of stuff. But I've never been one to do a lot of the, like, stone stuff. And I don't lime. If the field looks black and fertile like that, I don't lime it. Now, if it was turning over and it was red like Alabama clay, yeah, that'd be a whole different ballgame. Because you gotta lime that stuff. Probably could have picked up the bigger one of these without a problem. I thought like 25-meter width was going to be a little bit too wide to do. Apparently, I underestimated the size of this field. It's a big field. Saying that, we will have quite the TMR setup going with this much grass. Well, see, I'm not planting anything. Like, this field's being turned into grass. That's it. I'm not doing any type of crops. I'm only doing grass. So therefore I don't need lime, or I don't really need to fertilize. Well, I fertilize the grass field, but basically once I plant this with grass, I'm never going to touch it again. So yeah, that was my own little made up rules. Animals, forestry, only thing I can plant is grass. I got straw coming out of my greenhouses. I will show that in a minute. Yeah. So I'm not actually planting anything. I'm using greenhouses to get straw, and if necessary, I'll buy it. But I can do TMR without straw. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I got wool going on. I got clothes that are going to be happening. Um, those are pretty good. I just got to wait for a minute. Because clothes only sell at about 19,000 or so once a year. Kind of rude. And then, of course, I got my forestry that will be doing pretty good. So, like, it's mostly turning over wood beams. Wood beams sell for about 5,000 per bundle or thereabouts. So forestry will help me on this one. Although there's not a lot of forest here, so I kind of had to plant my own. That's about 2 years away from coming to fruition. And I also have some of the trees on the map that I'll need to get rid of, which means I'm probably going to wind up putting another wood sawmill down. Yeah, sawmill. On this side of the map, because I got a lot of trees around that I need gone. They're in the way. And I don't want to sell them just for the wood because you don't make any money off that. I swear I'm going to block this road so that y'all get out my dang way. So yeah. But I may have to look into what you were doing for another save. Because lime and fertilizer, salt, all that stuff sounds interesting. Now the fertilizer I can probably do because I fully intend on having manure pile and slurry. So pretty sure that fertilizer is made with slurry. I've got a I got a production down over there. It's the little 3-dome looking thing that can make fertilizer. I'll have to look and see what the requirements for that are. I probably store stone in it as well, so I may collect all the stone off this field and dump it in there and see what I can do with it. So yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Got to use everything that we can get, basically, so we can make money, so we can buy more fields, so that we can get this challenge done, so that we can go to the next challenge. Axe to Empire. That sounds pretty cool. Axe to Empire. Are you actually going to use an axe? Because that would be cool to watch. I've done logging. I've actually done logging in real life. And I've done it on the game. So, yeah, like when Silver Run Forest came out, I was making an absolute killing, forestry-wise. Oh, you can only use an axe? Ouch. All right, got that one done, and we're going to go to this other one over here and go ahead and get it done. I went ahead and bought this. Looks like I'm going to have to buy a stone collector too. Well, actually, I might just lease it. Now, this one won't take nearly as long. Running across this field this fast, it makes me think of that song, I Can't Drive 55. Anybody ever heard of that one? I don't remember that. Very old song, but I liked it. I had to stop driving when I was listening to it though, because I tended to do silly stuff like drive faster than the speed limit. See all those trees along that spot right there has got to go. Dang it. This field had onions on it. This field's like 12 acres, and I think we got something like 90,000 onions off this field. It's crazy. "12 acres and almost 90,000 liters of onions." That was just insane. I currently have a production over at my main yard that is turning those into bagged onions, because apparently they sell for like $200 more per 1,000 liters if you do that. Although I wonder if it'd be a better idea for me to actually turn this. Wait, lift that up. Maybe I should turn this into another forestry plot. Cut those trees down, plop a wood mill right there, shove all those trees into it, then knock all those trees down, and all those trees down, and just have a wood mill pumping out over here. We might do that, actually, now that I think about it. You could never have enough wood being produced. Not when you're in forestry. Okay. I can get 394, I think it's 394 cows on this plot right here. But I do not have the TMR to do it right now. Yeah, 395. But I don't have the TMR to do it right now, so we're going to have to hold off. I don't want to put them on just grass. Yes, please. Yes, please do that. And to Ghosty as well. Link to Ghosty as well. Please. All right. That's done. Oh, yeah. Rock, stone pickers. That's what we need. This one, we'll get the 25 meter, and we will get the, yeah, that sounds good. A farm build tutorial. Interesting. No beacon lights. Let's get some of those on. Probably not going to be able to see them. No, none. We like the blues, and we will lease that. All right, now I do have I do have a trailer somewhere to put this in. I think. I'm sure I do. Hang on a minute. Let me set a worker up to do this. Yeah, I don't care. Do whatever. You do that. Meanwhile, let me go hunt my trailer. There it is. Alright, so I think it will fit in this trailer. I hope it will. Oh, I got a sell point over here. There's my sheep. There's my goats. Yeah, I got this thing. Yeah, got this thing. It does something. Where is it? There it is. So, let's see. We need more grass, but we do have hay and silage. So yeah, we can do lime. Does road salt lime. We can do liquid fertilizer with slurry, methane, and digestate. Apparently we can do, no, apparently we can do seeds as well. I just have to get some wheat. Slurry, we can do silage additive. We can do digestate. Just gotta get the slurry. Because we already have some. No, we don't have any slurry. Not yet. Anyway, yeah, this one will do it. I've got some methane in here. I've got some straw. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. This is what I was talking about. I got this going. Oh, look. I have onions packed. I have onions that are making more. Wait, it's making more. It's running. Yay. And I have this for something. Oh yeah, peas. Canned peas. That's what I'm doing in here. Canned peas. Because we have a lot of we have a lot of peas. Where are they? I think they're in. I think I put them over in this multi-fruit silo. Yeah, there's our sell point so that we don't have to go hunting for it. And yeah, we got 113,000 peas left in here. Sorghum, we got 12,000 sorghum out of our greenhouses. Yeah, yeah, we got sorghum out of our greenhouses. We got onions off that field. We still got 40,000 onions in here. Still got 113,000 peas. So those two productions over there are going to be running for quite some time. Trying to pump those out before, get out of my way, before December. Sorry, not you guys, the truck that was coming. Oh, don't hit the fence. Why they felt it was necessary to put a fence that close to the road, I don't know. I've run into it a couple of times. Get. Okay, fine, I'll run over you. I don't care. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to do this. Yeah. When you see the yellow lights coming, you better move. Yep. I'm very tempted to go off and buy one of those dump trucks. Just because I can. Now the question is whether the stone picker will be able to empty into this trailer or not. If not, I think I'm going to have to buy a front end loader with a bucket on the front. They need some, so I think I have hazard lights. Yeah, there we go, hazard lights. See, there you go. You can go around me. You're going to get in front of me and hit your brakes. You are just like every other car I've ever seen on the road. Rush to get around the truck and then get in the way. Silly people. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate that. It's getting there. I'm slowly but surely working on it. Yeah, I think that needs to go to forestry. Don't hit the fence. No, hitting the fence would be bad. Very, very bad. Oh, I hit the fence anyway. I probably need to straighten out this here. This needs to be a little bit wider so I can get my vehicles through. But we'll wait until after he's done. So yeah, the question is whether that's going to be able to dump this into this trailer. I need a seeder as well, huh? I do. I need a seeder. Okay. Cedars. Where are the cedars? Right here. Grass? Yes. We need a pretty decent size one. Hmm. That's 6 meters wide. Okay. Well, I wonder how much it costs to lease one of these things. That is 6 meters wide. That thing is really, really big and requires something very powerful to pull it. And I don't have that. What is this? That's 12 meters wide. 180 horsepower. My tractor can pull that. 12 meters wide. I think we'll lease that. What is it leased for? That's expensive. But then again, it's $165,000 that I do not want to spend. What else we got? No, 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 definitely not. No, no, no. Well, I guess it's leasing that one it is. Okay, sure. Because these are that's like 5.2 meters. That's 4 meters. 5.2, 4, 6 meters. And that one's, see, that was the biggest one we got. It's 12 meters. Right there. That one's 15, but it like 300 horsepower. I mean, it does grass and all kinds of nifty stuff, but yeah. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. How much we got in there? 8696. Well, there doesn't seem to be a lot coming off the field. Interesting. Okay. So I guess we'll get the, whoops. Well, we gotta get the stones. And we're gonna have to straighten up the edges here. I guess we'll do that now while we're sitting around waiting. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need more than just that edge. We'll have to go over here, I think. Probably need it at least 3 wide, I think. That's too wide. Well, technically 1.5, so we'll need this one as well. Quit being aggravating. There you go. Alright. Is that, maybe we should do this. Yes, whoops, that's better. Now we're going to have to go to there. Oops. I know I'm losing a little bit of area, but I'd rather lose a little bit of area and then be able to turn around. It can be, yes. Because there are times when, I've been landscaping and then realized, oh wait, I went a little bit too far. Oopsies. So it can be a little bit annoying occasionally. But, it's, I don't remember ever having this issue in FS22 with the landscaping like this. Maybe I'm just remembering fondly and I'm not remembering correctly or something, but I don't recall it. That should be at least 3 full widths. Yeah, that's 3 wide. Cool. All right. Damn it. I just messed that up, didn't I? It did. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. All right, let's see if we can actually unload the stone into this. Because I upgraded that to where it absolutely does not need to worry about it anytime soon, but we are going to have to see whether this, I wonder if it's going to be wide enough to get that whole thing. I think it will be. You blow your horn at house. Better behave yourselves. Yeah, I think you can get that whole swath. I think. What are you? Okay, no, he can't. Okay, fair enough. So I guess we'll go down to the other end and wait. Now, I love my little old Ford tractor that I usually start with, the one with just the roof over it. But it only does like 18 miles an hour. This one does 28. Makes me so happy. Alright, so we will stop here. Bro, just go. 14,629 stone. Okay, so I do have a thing that I can actually buy stone. I missed a spot right there. That's not good. Which means I'm going to have to go back, get the plow, and plow that one little bitty spot out of this entire freaking field. Wow. Hello, Miss Hillbilly. Welcome in. Okay, let's see if this will actually dump into this trailer. This should prove interesting. I also need to get a roller. Okay. So, let's see if this is going to work. I think. What's it? Nope, it is not going to work. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tell it to go over here, and we're going to have it go ahead and pick the stones off this field, even though I'm seriously considering turning it into a forestry area. We'll go ahead and pick the stones up, and then we'll take the whole production down to my location. Yeah, but it wouldn't even give me the unload. Like, I mean, it says unload here, but it wouldn't even give me the unload into thing. I've noticed that certain trailers you can't unload into with this one for some reason. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. And it's fine, you know, perfectly fine. All right, so we're gonna go dump. We're gonna put this trailer to the side for a second. Our hazard lights off. And, well, that saves me having to get a bucket for this one. Otherwise, I'd have to drag the skid steer up here with a bucket to get it done. So we're going to go over here and drop this. We did drop the plow over here. You can go faster than that. Come on. This is a tractor, and it's going almost as fast as you. Yeah, but I like the lizard trailers because they hold a fair bit. Because, like, you know, sometimes you just don't have trailers that will hold as much as you want them to hold. Like some of them are like, okay, you can have 50,000 liters in there. Okay, but I'm doing a field that I'm about to collect, 650,000 liters off of or something. Yeah. Nope. Well, I don't know if I have any of our trailers. I'll have to look. I got the Lizard Colossus and wait a minute, no. Wait, nope, 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 don't do that. I'm gonna stop traffic for a second. Trailers. I swear up and down that this, no, that's not it. This one. This is the one I got. I swear Omatana made this. I swear she did. I'm almost 100% sure she made this trailer. And that one. So, yeah. Now she may have other trailers. I don't know. I just picked those up. Well, there you go. And like I said, I know those two, the two I just showed you, are hers. Because I went back and looked after I got the Colossus pack. And I said, I thought that Omatana made some because somewhere I saw it mentioned. And I was like, yeah, she did. So, oh, look, we have more stone? What? Okay. Well, that one, I mean, what, can I just keep plowing this field? And if I keep plowing this field, does that mean I get more rocks? Oh, Liz Light, what are you doing? Okay, you're almost done. Anyway, I gotta go collect more rock off that field, which is it's fine. Perfectly fine. And then we'll send... Apparently so. Oh, hello, Rusty. Well, hang on a second. Can't hear me because of bowling league. Okay. Very, very loud. I get it. Hope Mrs. Money is doing well. Hope you're doing well yourself, Rusty. Give me a sec. Let me pop out of here. All right. What was I? Oh, yeah. I need this one. We're going to take this back to worker G. Let's see. I have a job. So we can do this. Active workers, create job, select vehicle. That one. Whoops. Yeah, set destination. Why don't you plant that puppy right there? Yep. Okay, cool. Off you go, buddy. All right, I need, let me get this fixed up, and then you can go back over here, get the songs that we suddenly transformed yet again. Please don't tell me you're lost over there. You stopped to go around a curve, bro? Seriously? He's going to take 10 forever to get over there. Alright, so we should have some... Where's the... It's right here, right? Yep. Let's see, so lower and turn it on. Okay. All right, so we will deliver this back over to... Nope. Don't you do it. It's mine. Rolling coal. Look at that coal rolling out of that stack. Look at that. Heck yeah. Thank you, Mr. Rusty. I do have the, this is the Titan. This isn't a Titan. This is the Colossus. This is the Colossus stone picker. Because there's two different ones. There's a lizard Titan, which I think Omatana did. And then there's the lizard Colossus pack that was done by somebody else. Chris and somebody. I can't remember. Mr. Somebody knows. But yeah, there's two different ones. I think that's right. Not 100% sure on that, but I think that's right. Why are you stopping? Get out the way. Go. They need to learn to get out of the way. Silly people crossing the street. Look both ways and then walk. Whoa. Is it? Okay, so... Whoops. See, that's what happens when you stop. I have like a monster tractor. It will climb over the top of you. Go away. Why is... What? Holy dooly. What is this idiot doing? Miss Dust Bunny, come get your student. You see this, Miss Dust Bunny? Look. 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 Get out of my tractor. Goodness gracious. Not when I have to get it off the fence. He's supposed to be able to get it off the fence, not cause me to have to get it off the fence. Your workers, yeah, we're starting to consider having to go to other schools. I mean, it's just a really good thing that our fences are built like brick, you know what, houses. Because, you know, otherwise that fence would be gone, our sheep would be all over the place. It would just be a mell of a mess. It would just be terrible. Alright, you can, wait, no. Yeah, we can turn that off. And this one, we can go and grab, and then we can take this and dump it straight into our, wait, no, we're not going to dump it in that one, we're going to dump it in this one. I'm just playing musical chairs at this point, I think. Okay, so we'll dump the stones in here. Dump stones. I might, if I keep doing silly stuff like that. That was terrible. It was awful, Miss Bunny. Come on now. I mean, just think, if we didn't build these fences as good as we build them, all my sheep would be all out in the road out there, and you know how these people drive. They are terrible drivers. Absolutely terrible. Okay, so let's do this. I need to run over here. Well, this is true, but that's because we built our fences so well. Otherwise, they'd probably have gone through the sheep pen into the goat pen and still be driving out through the mountain over there somewhere. Maybe they were just excited to drive forward. I don't know. All right, Ghost Tech. Take care, man. Appreciate you jumping in there, Ghosty. I know you're a busy fella. Let's see. So, we have a few of these. Move this. Not quite. There we go. That should work. Okay, that was not the plan, people. Not the plan. That's not the plan, guys. You're only supposed to be collecting these two. Fine. Fine. Magic, absolutely. Like it was meant to be. Okay, so I'm going to leave this over here for the time being because this onion production is producing fairly well. Yeah, she's chugging out pretty good. So we're going to leave that there for the time being. It is a very large storage. I believe it holds 1,000 pieces. So we did that on purpose. So vehicles. Um, no, yes, that one. We shall return to that. Okay. Now we need this one again. And we will head back over. Oh wait, I put my lights on. That's so people know to get out of my way and get off the sidewalk. I love these old Ford tractors. I really do. If I could ever get used to the articulated ones, I'd probably buy that big one too from the Plains and Prairies. Really do love these old Ford tractors. There's a guy that comes and does our like mows some of our pastures for hay. And he's got one of the old Ford tractors similar to this one, and it still runs like a sewing machine. It is fantastic. Yeah, the articulated wiggle bottoms, as you call them. I just call them articulated. I guess if I drove them more often, I could probably get used to them. But I have to kind of drive them more often to get used to them to do it. Yep. Whoa, go around this way. I mean, that would be the perfect spot to put forestry, I reckon. So I need to chop these trees down and I think I can put a wood mill there. Hmm, I think so. They do bend in the middle. Yes, ma'am. They certainly do. I used to drive skidders like that, like actually drove them in real life. So, they're very useful. Um, so I need a drill to drill some grass. So, what have we got here? What is this? Nope. Nope. I was thinking I'd buy it because I'm going to be using it more. But no. Okay, wait. What is... Oh, that's that one. Yeah, it's a dish harrow. Okay. So cedars. Guess we're going to have to get that one. And we will lease it. We're going to need seeds. Hang on a minute. as far as I'm aware of, you never replant grass. You plant it once and that's it. You just have to fertilize it or roll it or whatever. Okay, so it only plants. It does not fertilize. See, this one plants and fertilizes. So does that one. This one, I'm gonna have to get a fertilizer. Okay, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Oh, how much does it hold? 5,800 liters of grass seed. Okay. All right, we need some seed. That's 1,000. That's 1,000. That's 1,000. But that's 1,050, and that's 1,050. I think we'll get 3 of these. I think that should be enough. Nice. Very nice. It's Rusty taking care of business over there, ain't he? With his bowling. Alright. Can I feel this? There we go. Right. No, no, keep going. Come on. If we have any left, what we'll do is we'll turn around and just eject those from the machine. And, yeah, go from there. So, let's see here. This needs to do that. Right. I have a worker. Take care of business on this one. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yep. Yes, it does pretty good, actually. All right, you're going to go. Cool. All right, now I need my other tractor. Yep. I can see needing more tractors at some point. Definitely see needing more tractors. Yeah, I used to bowl myself. I haven't been bowling in years now. Oh, hello. Gateway. Hood ornament. Oh. Now get out of the way. Do not stop me. Lights. There's a fountain there. Isn't this I think this is a farmer's market here. Pretty cool setup. Okay, so we're turning that into grass field. We don't have any other grass fields at the moment. So what I'm planning on doing is coming over here and I'm going to put down a small shed and put in a farm supply location over here so that we can, I'm going to buy a cedar, or sorry, not a cedar, a fertilizer. And then we'll plant the shed right beside our, or a little bit beside our cow shed here. And that will allow us to fertilize that field when we need to. I'm going to have to buy a roller too. I'm almost 100% certain I'll have to buy a roller. Oh no, 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 no. Crap. Stop, 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 stop. Crap. I didn't put it on grass, guys. Does that mean I gotta plow the field again? And if I plow the field, that means I'm gonna have, man, come on now. Alright, let's see if I can plant grass over the top of wheat. And let's see how well that works. I'm feeling like it's not going to work well. Let's see. Turn on cedar, lower the cedar. Alright, so well, we're about to find out, I guess. Now let's see if that works. Apparently this is not direct drill. Okie dokie. Well, okay. Where's the plow? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, 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 yep. It's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. Okay, so got stone, but if we roll it, shouldn't we be able to roll that stone back under? Isn't that the way that works? I think it is. I don't know. I've never rolled it before I plant it, so I'm not sure. Okay, fine. We'll just get the other. We'll release that other one. I just like spending money. It's so much fun. We'll just get our stone picker back. Pick that up, send it back to them. I'm not worried about the stone, or I can dump it over here. There's not probably not going to be enough to be worthwhile. And the stone picker doesn't have to be unrealistic this time. It can just be fairly straightforward. Stone picker 5.5. 10 meters. Yeah, that sounds fine. We will bump that up to 5,000. Lease, yes, okay. Back. Got way. Come on, I gotta go. Let's see, and then we will. I guess it's a good thing I brought this other tractor back up here, huh? Let's open that up. And I didn't put any guides on here, so I think it's lower and turn on. Yep. Oops. Let me get over this way. It's my fault. I normally double check it, but I was wanting to get it done and get it going so that I could get other stuff done. And yeah, that's what happens when you get in a hurry. You mess up. Oopsies. But it is on grass now, so, you know, it's fine. Really love this charge of the Light Brigade piece of machinery here. This is great. Now, if we were using the other one, like the in-game one, we'd be here like 10 forever trying to get this done. Holy cow. I don't know. That's over 1,000 liters we picked up from that little bit. So, I don't know. Maybe I should dump it. Oh, there we go. This is the spot I missed. Alright, do that. Boogity boogity. Off we go. Fold. Thank you. We will. I'm probably not going to be able to dump it on that other side over there because they have a tendency to be a little upset about things like that. You know, the whole you can't put that here because it's not your land type of thing. But I think we can dump it here. Yeah, see, it just doesn't lift high enough to be able to get in. Like, you got to have a specific trailer for that. All right, so we're going to drop that back over here. Quick, drop. And then we're going to ship that back. Nope, wrong one. That one. Turn. Okay. Back. This one. Yes, come along. We're going to try this one more time again, Mr. Worker Person. And this time, oh, almost hit the sign. I should have hit the sign. You know what? Just for giggles. Wait, I hit the sign. That was rude. It didn't. Oh, no, it did knock it down. Cool. All right. Let's try this one more time again. And go. Be free, Mr. Worker. Okay. Now, we're going to need fertilizer. Not a sprayer. Fertilizer sprayer. I think it's massive. Like, massively huge. Now, see, there you go, Miss Just Bunny. This one. Fertilizer and lime. Fertilizer and lime. That one's just fertilizer. This one's fertilizer and lime. Fertilizer and lime. But yeah, they don't tell you when you're looking at the thingy. I don't know, for 13 grand. That's 42 meters. That's 27. 18, 18, 42. You actually need a weight with that. That holds that much. That holds 4,000 liters, and this holds 3,200. That's 3,200. I bet you anything I'm gonna need a weight. The Colossus. Oh, this one? Well, if you go to, oh wait, no. There we go. Yeah, the 100K one, yeah. 1,071. Then you like buy it for 21,000 or lease it for 1,071. I don't think wouldn't want twin wheels on it though. I think you'd want narrow like that. Oh, that's not good. Was that on field 1? And are you running, not that one. That was 27. This is one we want. We're going to do that. You know what? For that price, we might as well buy the freaking Colossus. Yep, we're going to buy this one. And we're going to put it to US. And we're going to do 100,000. And we want, wait, all those narrow tires on it. Continentals. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we're just going to buy it. Because we are going to have to fertilize these fields. Then we need to hook up to this. Because this is going to be one of our major grass fields here. The other one is probably going to be that one over there where the wilted crops are when I buy it. That will probably be our next grass field, so that's going to be our forestry field there. Right, let's see, we need a shed. No, we need a shed. Yes, there is, we need a shed. We need a small shed. I have never limed a grass field. Ever. Of course, I don't really lime stuff either, so... that's a wee bit too big. Okay, that's a lot too big. That's way too big. We need I don't even think that it would barely fit in there. Jeez. I'm sure I have hang on a minute. That's a workshop on there too. Wow, cool. Nope. I've never, I don't even really lime that much. I mean, hang on, let me look. They probably want me to lime this field. So let's look. Alright, so... Alright, so we're not worried about weeds. See, all this needs rolling. It does not need lime. So it's going to need rolling. So I'm going to have to get a roller. Fun and games. What is this? I actually do kind of like this one, but a little too big. It's too big, too big, too big. I know we have smaller sheds. What is this? No. No. Would that even fit? What is wrong with me and not being able to find a freaking small shed? That's technically small-ish. I don't know. I could probably put that. See, I need to. Okay, I don't. Do I need to get through here? I probably need to get through here, maybe to clean out muck. I don't know. We're gonna have to put a manure heap somewhere over here too. I didn't think about that. That one might work. Um, yeah, I just, this might work, actually. Because if we put that there, we can still manage to put a manure heap in somewhere, I think. It's either that or, let's see here, will it fit? No, see, it won't fit. I guess I could use that. My dog's going a little bit crazy, guys. I don't know what's going on with this. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry guys. Apparently my puppy dog decided that she heard something outside and then had to go out and bark at everything that wasn't there. And naturally when she came back in, hold on a sec. And then once I came back in, she needed to have the dog tax. The dog tax is anytime I come out of my room or come back into the house, I have to pet her. So that's the dog tax. But everything's fine. Well, I think we were attempting. Thank you everyone. Sorry, I appreciate your patience. Yeah, just every now and then she gets a little antsy about stuff. She hears a noise. She goes a little bit crazy, and yeah, I just got to go out check because sometimes it's delivery, sometimes it's be all the different things, but yeah, everything is fine. Let's see. We'll put that right there. And then we will go to containers. One of these. Is it this one? I gotta look. Nope, it's not that one, it's this one. Okay, so this, I'll put that right beside this. I don't want to get it too close, but I don't want it too far. Looks about right. Excellent. All right. That's going to be a lot of fertilizer. Lot of fertilizer. Okay. So we need solid fertilizer, and I don't think we need that much. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy that. And then we get about to 5,000. Yeah, that'd be enough. Well, maybe. We shall see. Okay. We're not going to plant the manure heap just yet. Gonna wait until we get some cows in there, which means I gotta get some more TMR. But first we need to wait for this person to finish seeding. Okay. We'll set that down. And then we'll have to run go grab our... actually, instead of doing this, let's see. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the tractor over here. Stop that there. And yeah, he's got a bit to go, so I'm going to grab this. I'll grab this. This is not very fast. It's a good little machine. I love the fact that it's got that weight right there, because that means you can pick up some fairly heavy stuff with it. All right, let's see here. Well, should be able to. There we go. So the tractor should be able to grab it straight off the back. Should be in the operative order here. Yep, cool. Is that a mod? The map object hider, is that a mod? I'll have to download it. If it is, I don't think I have it. And yeah, I'm going to want to mow because that's one of the reasons I want to cut down all the trees out of the way, so that I can mow around there and get my, you know, because grass is going to be a major issue for us. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Dustmoney. I appreciate that. Okay, so we'll take this over. See? Freaking stupid. The 53-foot trailer behind this is shockingly bad. You take up both sides of the road when you're coming through here. Well, if you don't want to go off into the grass and stuff. Oh, I'm not playing with this. Apparently they only do 30 miles an hour through here. And yes, I want to be able to knock all those bushes and stuff down and mow the top side up here and make it look nice. Excuse me. So we'll probably bring this tractor back over here to unload this. I guess technically we could push it off. I don't know. Alright. Now let's undo that. Fold down. Oh, oh. Grab that. Excellent. Now the next question is going to be, what type of forestry are we going to do over there? That is a really, really good question. Let's look at our saplings. So we put 153 trees in that other spot. I would say that we could probably get I don't think we can get 300 in. We might be able to get 240 in. But what are we going to put? Aspen doesn't do very good. Beech is not very good. Box elders are a real pain. Chinese, no. That would be good for logging purposes, but not necessarily for, wouldn't necessarily be good for wood. Guess we can go with oak. That is the fastest growing that we've got. So we will buy that. Which means we are definitely going to wind up putting, yes, oak grows in 2 years. Yeah. So, let's go here. I want to grab this. Buy. All right, we'll put this on, and then grab that. Yep, go. Catway. Thank you. So what we're going to do is I got to figure out exactly where my property line is over here. So we're going to have to drag these trees that are in this corner out of the way. So let's put, no, that's the wrong one. Let's put that one down. Release that. And then I can drag these, because that's where I want to put my wood. Right here's where I want to put my this is where I want to put my wood mill. Right up in here. And I'm pretty sure some of these trees are actually a part of this property. Yeah, starting about here. All these trees, all these, and all these. We can pull them down into this area and get the wood going. And then we'll have this set up as forestry, and as we bring them down we can just drag them straight into the wood mill right here, and then we can take these trees down and drag them in. And this also has a couple of trees in it on the side, and it also has these trees, so we could drag all those up into that wood mill. And then once we buy this, there'll be more trees that we'll need to drag over into the wood mill. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay. So let's cut these trees real quick. Really? Really? And okay. What? Okay. It was not supposed to fall that way, but now that it's falling that way, I might as well just cut them all that way. There's not a lot in these trees. Like, well, this one's got like 2,000 liters. I think this is an American elm, so, oh no, it's golden rain, so it's got next to nothing in it. This one's got a little bit in it, almost 7,000 liters. This one's not gonna have much. Yeah, it's only got 1,400. And this one, what is this? Northern, oh, that one's gonna have a fair chunk in it. Okay, that'll work. Oh, just make up your mind. Really? Okay. Was not supposed to fall that way. And then this one is another golden rain, so. Really? Okay then. That was like, nah, I ain't going there. Nah. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Forget it. Not today. Alright. So we should be able to grab this and pull them over this way. That way we can get our... let's see. Let's grab... Wait. Wait, what? What am I supposed to do here? Release. Attach. That's what. That's it. Couldn't remember what it was. I'm not sure what the buffering's about. But we just did add several new cameras to our security system, so that's could possibly be it. Not sure why. Or it is a possibility with the weather that we've got going on. Not us, but other parts of the state that is just being painful. Apparently, well, that's not going to work very well. Apparently part of North Mississippi, or a large portion, or all of North Mississippi, is like ice and snow and all that nifty stuff. So yeah, but yeah, if you want to clear out a spot, this will definitely help you do it. And going backwards always helps too. We didn't get any ice or snow down here, where I'm at. We're in deep South Mississippi, and we don't. It's very rare for us to get ice or snow. I'm not saying it's never happened. I'm just saying it's extremely rare for it to happen. Everything above basically Jackson, Mississippi got hit, which is really nothing unusual um, for ice and snow and blah blah blah. That's normally how that works. Yeah, I normally do, but sometimes it's just easier for me to use it on the front because I've got wheel weights on the back. Um, I know that it's not, and it's not going to make me like the front end's not going to jump up, or the back end's not going to jump up. That's 1,000 kilograms worth of wheel weights right there. So I know that it's gonna, you know, take care of business. Sometimes when you attach more than one tree to it, when you're pulling from the back, the front end sort kind of comes up because you got no real weight on the front end. So, and you can kind of direct it where you want to. Sometimes when you're pulling from the back, it just, I don't know, seems to have a mind of its own. All right, so back to the tree that decided it wasn't going to fall over. You are now. Gotcha, buddy. All right, let me jump out and do this real quick because I have a tendency to forget the stumps are there sometimes. Oh, wait. Might help if we hooked up to it, huh? Probably. Um, this seems like a fairly good flat spot, so let's see. Can we make this do what we want it to do? Sort of. There we go. Swing, buddy, swing. There we go. That's what we wanted. Now, let's get into this. And let's go here. All right. So, um, we'll go ahead and clean this up. Probably to about, go ahead and clean this up to about right here. Because we will probably have a driveway coming in somewhere in here. Go ahead and take it across. Finish that all off. I'll probably need a storage as well. Okay. Factories. Where's our happy little sawmill at? Here's sawmill. Come here, buddy. There we go. All right. So we want to be able to come in from the back side. We want to be able to put from here. See, like, if we go too far back, the land's not owned. So if we put it up to about there. There we go. That should do the trick. We will clean up a little bit. Oh, there we go. I mean, this is a busy little road for them to just go be going round and around this circle. I mean, they just have way too much time on their hands. Bump that up a little bit wider. And we can come back and fix that. It's not a problem. Okay. This is industrial. I think it's right around here. Yep. Okay, now we need to do flatten. No, do this. Yep, that's better. Much better. There we go. Then we'll go back to our industrial concrete. Alright, that should do the trick. We just need to put in, that's gravel. What is there's one that's, there's another one. No. Should have road tar, that's it. Side road tarmac type stuff. So, I'll take care of that. And we'll go ahead and cover this up. And we will mix that in with a little bit of gravel here in a sec. I can guarantee you that sign is going to be taken out on numerous occasions in the near future. I can almost guarantee it. And then if we'll do just that little bit of a edge there. Like so. I've sort of gotten used to it. Like doing it with like the round tool that you see me using. It's better for fine work. Whereas this tool can, like the square, can kind of mess things up. All right, so I need to do a little bit of this because we'll want to be able to drive around. And let's get down to here. Okay, and then we can put, let's do a dirt path into here, straight off here. And then we can do something like that. And we'll straighten that up with this. Go the round bit, and that gives you kind of a little bit like that. So you can just drive in here, drive in here. Probably should widen this out just a tad. Okay. So an extra tall should do the trick. And that should give us access all the way around. And go back here. And look at there. Looks like it was meant to be there. Excellent. All right. Now we need to, let's see. I guess we'll back up. And what we'll do is it's almost like having a bulldozer blade on the front of the tractor. So you can sort of go, instead of hooking the winch in, you just go, boop, whoops, well, too much to the left there. Let's try that one more time again. We should be able to just shove that right there. That's in there. We should be able to do that with every single one of our trees that we have on the ground. If I can get them to cooperate. Makes life a little bit simpler. And then we'll have to activate it, of course. And all you really need is the one end of it into the trigger and you should be good. Not sure about the woman thing as far as weight distribution, but I mean, as a truck driver, I kind of have to think about weight distribution because, well, that's part and parcel of the trucking industry is knowing your weights and where they're going to go and blah blah blah. So, all right, go in your home. I'm not sure if it'll trigger there or not. I think it would, but just in case, we'll do that. There we go. And then we got those two left. So yeah, to me, it's just easier to do it this way. Let's see if we can push this in this way. It looks like it'll work. Whoa, mule. Now that big one over there should give us a nice little boost to the wood that we have in this mill. I can activate it and start telling it to produce some wood beams. And later we can go cut down more trees. Boy, glad we got a cab on there. It does, doesn't it? That added some wood to it. Okay, so let's go to here. And we will activate. What's the production on these? 240. I'm going to cut back on that by 50%. We'll see how it goes. I think the other one's running at 50% too. Yeah. So now they're both running at 50%. Cool. Okay. So we will leave this particular piece of material. Yes, the wood beams are the best sellers that you've got. Hang on just a second, I'll show you. So we're going to put this down right here. Thank you. So let's bring up our prices. And then if you look, so let's see, planks. Get down into the P's. Here we go. Planks sell for $25.74 at their top rate. Long planks sell at $35.28 at their top rate. I mean, there's not a lot of difference between them. There's about 500 difference between these. And then you go to wood beams. They sell, you know, look, there's a, what, $20 difference or something? And these are currently buying at $52.80. So these are the best selling that you can get out of your wood mill. Furniture sells okay, but as you can see, yeah, they sell pretty good year long. That's why I run wood beams, because they sell basically almost the same price year long. Like furniture, even furniture is not worth it to me. So yeah, it's one of the reasons that all of my wood mills are automatically put onto beams. Okay, so we now have this one. I don't remember. No, this one doesn't. This one does furniture. This is a custom sawmill type thing. So it doesn't. One thing it does do is put out a fair bit of wood chips, and it keeps them. So I can actually go bring my lizard trader, stick it right under here, tell it to dump all the wood chips, and then go dump it in my wood chip production. Because the wood chip production will be another thing that I'll be doing. This particular sawmill doesn't. Now there are other sawmills. Where is it? I think it's, okay, no. This sawmill does 300 grand. This sawmill doesn't. I think this is the one I'm currently using, but it's the Wood Miser, and it really, 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 really just goes nuts, I'm thinking. And then there is a couple of other wood mills like this. I've got like 3 or 4 wood mills. There's another sawmill there, 300 grand. I don't think so. I also have my small wood mill. See, that's the one I'm currently using. And I have these. And then I have one more. No, I have these. Now these are curious ones because they actually do what the Cooper does. They make barrels and stuff. And they do prefab walls. One's Asian looking and the other is just, like that. The problem with these is like if you're going to put in these small sawmills like this, you need your sawmill to be producing one item, because the more items you decide to produce out of your wood mill, the more it chops down how much you produce. So like if I went in here and decided to produce each one of these, right? Well, it says it's 240, 240, and 240, including 240. Well, this is 240 at 100%. Well, you then have to divide those 240 cycles by 4. So they're actually producing at 60 cycles each per month. instead of the full 240. Because the sawmill only produces overall 240 cycles per month. If you understand what I'm saying. So for each one that you add, you reduce this production for each one. So like doing this, I'm getting a full 120 cycles per month with wood beams. If I were to activate this and put it at 50% like the other one, I'm now getting 60 cycles per month for that one and 60 cycles a month for that one. So yeah, to me, if I wanted to go in and create, say I wanted to create the barrels or something, I would put one of these sawmills down and that's all it would create. It would create a barrel or a bucket or prefab or whatever. It's just going to produce one thing. It's sort of like greenhouses. With greenhouses, I'm only producing one thing out of that greenhouse. I'm not, if I want to, like, okay, over on my other location here, I'm seriously considering, because of this, because I can get canola and produce diesel, I'm seriously considering putting down more greenhouses to only produce canola and shove it into that facility so that I can produce diesel, which means I don't have to buy diesel. It's literally in the, there's actually a tank. It literally produces diesel and puts it in this tank. So, you know, I'm considering doing that. But I'm not going to do it with crops because I've already said I'm not planting any crops besides grass. Let's see here. All right, we'll grab that. We'll turn this off for the time being. We're going to grab this, fold that. Oh, we have a lot of grass seeds left. Okay, well, we're going to go dump those beside our little field storage unit over here. And, or dump it in the field storage unit. And, that will solve that problem because we won't need something like this again until I'm able to buy that field number 3 over there. All right, let's see where it's going to unload. Where is it going to do it? Okay. And then we will detach from that. Where do I put my cedar? Oh, it's over there. Okay. All right, let me go grab the cedar. Or not the cedar. I gotta get a roller. Crap. Gotta get a roller. Rollers. But, I always have issues finding rollers because I can't remember where they're at. Is it here? No. Headers. Rollers. There we go. I have some, I think. So that's 6.3, 3, 3, 12.3. 12.3 and 6.3. I guess we're getting that, huh? No. I mean, this is 12.3. I really don't like license plates. I guess we could lease it. Yeah, I think we'll lease it for the time being. And we'll go ahead and roll this field, or we'll have a worker roll this field. And then come on. Come on. Dude, you can get that thing going faster than that. Might want to dodge the pile of rocks. Okay, we'll get the roller started. He'll be able to get this field done, and then wait. Wait, what do you mean no field detected? What? No, stop. Okay. Okay, and off you go, friend. Enjoy. I mean, that's a pretty decent sized roller, you know? I mean, it's not like the invisible roller Ghosty has that does like 50 meters wide or something insane. I want that one because that would make this go really, really quickly. Let's see. Don't get hit by the car. Nope, 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 nope. These should be liftable pallets. Yes. We'll just put those straight in there. Where are you going? Come back here. Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay, now let's straighten up some stuff here. Alright, so we need some gravel. And we're going to come here to the road. Get this all sorted out. And then we're going to make that look like that. This will go straight on over to here. Here. Go ahead and do that. I think we'll have like a small little grass in between. And then we'll cut this off. Well, there we go. That's close enough. Need that. Let's see here. I think we should make sure that this is all grass. Then we'll need to make another exit. So we'll do a little bit of that. And I don't know, I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Miss Desmay, that sounds like a good idea. Because eventually I'm gonna need something that's gonna roll these fields nicely. Alright, that looks pretty good. We will add a little bit more grass in. Maybe do a little bit that way. Maybe do a little bit this way. And yeah. I don't have as much choice here as I have on other maps as far as landscaping and painting. I think what we might do here is we might add a small little spot here that, well, that was not planned. And then it'll go sort of like that. Let's see. Yeah, something like that, I think. And then let's cut that off. There we go. And put a little bit of back in there. Make it look like we actually take care of our fence line. I actually did at one point give some consideration to actually putting gravel in that area under the fence line. The only problem is you have to be really spot on with where you put your fencing so that it does that. It can be a bit of a pain to get done. A little bit of a cut right there. That should do the trick. And there we go. Got a little pathway in there. And then we'll put one coming out over here. So, just, well, not quite what I wanted, but fair enough. Do that. Let's see here. Get that. That looks okay. And then we'll go that way. Well, not the plan, but okie dokie. Maybe a little bit more over here. Maybe a little bit too much. Yep, think so. That'll work. Oops. I remember to change that up a little bit, huh? And then put that in there because we will only come in from the other side, which means we can come out this way. Let's clean that up a little bit. There we go. So we're down to $185,000 and not enough TMR to do anything because we haven't even made our TMR yet. So there we go. He is a rolling. And we've got this going on over here, and then I'm going to have to I'm gonna have to set up some lines on here. I'm gonna have to plan this out. If nobody's ever watched any of my series before, I always try to plan out like where I'm going to plant like trees or how I'm going to plant a crop or whatever. I need to get rid of these so I can do grass over here. So each one, I like when I'm up like this because you can kind of see the tall rows like that. It only happens when you're kind of far out away from it. It's one of the reasons I have how far I can see a little bit closer so I can kind of get the tall rows and count them. So like this, that's a tall right there. This is half a tall. So I would need to extend this out and start from here. So one row, skip 2, another row of trees, skip 2, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so I think we've done a fair bit this time. We've uh, got our cow barn in, which is something we really wanted to do. He's a rolling. Now, mind you, this is 34 acres, I think. Yeah, it's 36 acres. And as you can tell, we've only taken this little notch out of it. The rest of it's grass field. So, um, what we'll, and we need to fertilize this because it's currently being rolled, but it needs to be fertilized after it. Hence the reason we have this. Once he gets through rolling it, we'll fertilize it, and then I may consider placing down. So we've only got one thing here and the barn. We set this up over here. I may set up another, I may set up a, what's it called? Um, Factories, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's factories. If we go into factories, I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. It can actually turn like grass into hay and hay into silage and then things into TMR. So I might wind up putting something like this over here. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking about it because that big grass field. So when we take that off, when we take the grass off, I'll probably be putting it into this forage wagon right here. It does look like it might give some pig, it might be able to do pig food as well. It's either that or this, you know. This actually does um, all of it. Like it does silage, it makes TMR, it does everything. But the problem is I don't really have enough room here to do it. Um, I do own this. There's a little spot of land down here on, or I could put it in here somehow. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the distribution and everything because the cows are going to be here. But this isn't going to be the only spot we have cows. We're also going to have water buffalo, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Um, but since we put this wood mill down, this is going to be turned into forestry. Once I buy this, I don't know, we might, how many acres is this? I don't remember. It's not, it's like 16, 17. We might put water buffalo here because then the grass that's coming from here would be able to support them and the cows. That might be a thing. And then we got this one that's after that. That's 16. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to split this map up though, because if you look, this is downhill. I'm not sure about this area over here. I don't know if it's downhill, uphill, what. I think it's downhill as well. So we may have to split this up and keep animals up here and a little bit of forestry to support that sawmill. What is this? It's a biogas plant. Interesting. But we might have to section this out. So like this section here is all downhill. And then this section, that, because that's downhill, it might go in here. Then this middle section, because it's all this level, and then the bottom section. I think that's how we might have to separate that all out. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, guys, I've been going for a little over 2 hours, about 2.5 now, and I'm going to get out of here because there's not a lot left for me to do, and I have more planning in my head to do. I only wanted to do certain things today, or in this particular stream. I'd like to thank everyone for sharing their time with me. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all your help, Miss Dust Bunny. You're greatly appreciated as well. So either tomorrow night or Friday, I'm not sure yet. We'll probably be doing another live, but that'll be on my Homestead Act series. And hopefully you guys have a great rest of the night. It's getting late, and I have a few things to do, so I will catch up with you later. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and we will talk to you later. Thank you again for tuning in, and yeah, have a great evening.